Now let's add one more component, and using that component, we'll explore the perpendicular mate. So I'll go to insert component, and here I'll select this support inside the SolidWorks tangent assembly folder and then click open. And maybe I'll just add it right about here randomly. Now this support structure has kind of a peculiar shape. It has no flat bed here, and even if you look at this part, it's also not flat. It has this rounded corner. Now if you want to place this kind of shape right here on this plane, then you can use perpendicular for that. All right, let's see how it works. But before that, I'm going to orbit it using my right click, and I'll just bring it in the position close to at least that position, just like so. There we are. Now we want this plane to be perpendicular with this one. So for that, I'll go to mate, and from the standard mates, I'll select perpendicular. Now I'll select this plane and I'll select this plane, and now these two are perpendicular. Simply click OK and we are done. All right, now that's one way of adding this mate. Let's do it again, but using a different method. Now I'll select this back face and I'll control select this one. And we want both of these to be perpendicular as well. So now I'll select perpendicular once again and we are done. All right, so these two are perpendicular, but we also want it exactly on this plane. For that, we can use coincident. So I'll select this line here and then this plane, and let's just coincide it. So coincident mate, and we are done. All right, so this is all we need. Now this is going to remain upright and it will always remain kind of like this. So this one is perpendicular with this one is also perpendicular with this one, and it's going to remain somewhat like this. Now if you want this plane to become parallel with this one, then you can apply that too, or maybe we'll do it. So let's just do it. So I'll just select this plane, then I'll select this one using control key, and I'll apply parallel. That's it. All right, now that mate is also applied. Now maybe we'll just bring it here, and I'm simply eyeballing it. I don't want to be very precise in this case. And once I'm done, I can actually delete that parallel mate. It's not required because the next mate which we'll be adding will automatically restrict it completely. So it is better if we delete any extra mates. So in this case, I'll just expand it and I'll delete this parallel mate from here. All right. Now with that deleted, let's add a lock mate. With lock mate, its position is going to, well, become fixed. So I'll just select this face and then I'll select this face. And here we are, we've got the lock mate. So select lock, and now these two are locked completely. So if you try moving it, it won't move with respect to this plane. So it's completely locked in space now and it won't move anymore. Now with that, we can create a circular pattern as well. So we have applied both of these mates, the lock mate as well as the perpendicular mate. Now let's make a pattern of this right around this cylinder. And for that, I'm going to go to this pattern option on assembly command manager, and I'll select circular component pattern. Now the first thing is direction. So select direction and select this circular direction. Now for the components to pattern, select this component. And here we are, we've got just two components, but we want more. So I'll just make it 24 and press tab key. And there we are, we just have 24 patterns right here. Now in this case, I'll also check this option, equal spacing, and this will automatically fill it to an angle of 360 degrees. That's what we want. And this is the kind of shape that I want. Of course, if you want, you can add or remove number of objects here. If you want, you can just make it like 30. If you want more objects, and you can also make it 20 or any smaller number that you want. For now, I think 30 is just good. So with that, I'll click OK, and we have a circular pattern as well created right here with one single component. And that was the perpendicular and lock mate. So let's once again save this assembly to this PC.